Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present LeclickEnglish. LeclickEnglish is a solution to simplify the shopping process. In a nutshell, how to not shop, but have. To start with, in a couple of words, how it works. Next, we will explain to what we owe the appeal of this solution. We will discuss the similar solutions, not as good of course, already used by leading retailers. After that comes a handful of basic technical details. Finally, the most important thing, how we can carry out the pilot validation process and hopefully implement LeclickEnglish in your organization. When you need a product, you press on a button installed in your home, and a day or two later, the product simply appears on your doorstep. So, if we had to show you just one slide describing LeclickEnglish, it would most likely be this one, as it shows the whole essence of the operation, at least from the perspective of the client or end user. And how does this process look in its entirety? When buying a product using LeclickEnglish, for instance a large package of dog food, the customer gets a button along with the purchase. An affiliated account defines the specific product which you want to buy, as well as the details like the address for delivery, payment method, etc. The button should be placed in a practical place, for example where you store your dog food or near the dog's bowl. This step is performed only once. Subsequently, each time you run out of dog food, it's enough to simply press the button and the shopping process is automatically activated. Of course, you can review the details of your order and have the opportunity to cancel your order at any time. The processes involved in handling your order, such as the pickup from the warehouse, logistics, and billing, all take place without your concern. The product arrives at your doorstep. Delivery can be carried out by means of own transport, external courier services, etc. So where is the attractiveness of such a model for customers? We live in a time of turbulent developments and changes in the retail market. As the technological advances in communication, logistics, and the processing of customer information are taking place faster than those of our habits, we cannot say what the future of the trade industry will look like in 20 to 30 years. However, we can draw the first conclusions and adapt our activities to them. An interesting example comes to mind. That is Amazon, the online bookstore, which has opened up high street bookstores because it turns out that at least some of its customers need physical contact with their books and like to browse and read before making the decision to purchase. So, the shopping process itself appears to be more important as a way of spending time. A second example is the ability to make basic purchases by scanning product barcodes while waiting for the metro. These two examples illustrate a phenomenon that is becoming increasingly clear, namely that shopping and buying are not necessarily equal and can be divided into two categories: sexy shopping as well as not so sexy shopping for those products which we cannot live without. We can be sure that this will not change over the coming years. Some products we will simply have to have, and buying those other sexy products will slowly move from the category of household chores to the category of leisure and hobby, as is the case nowadays with cooking, for example. There is not yet a detailed study on how the percentage of one category of shopping compares to the other, but certainly the not-so-sexy group is larger. And whereas in the case of sexy shopping, the method to increase sales is working on customer experience, for the typical daily, less romantic, not-so-sexy shopping, what we can do is to make it easier, faster, and simpler. It cannot be made any simpler than to simply declare, "I need product X," and confirm it with a button from where the product is found in the household. A few examples of how others do it. The most advanced solution with similar functionality is Amazon Dash, which allows you to order several hundred products using the method described above. The downside of this solution is that Dash only works with your home Wi-Fi network, which requires product configuration. In Poland, they are testing a solution with similar functionality, using Bluetooth technology and requiring configuration with your cell phone. A leading French retail network allows you to order your purchases by voice, for example when you are at work, and pick them up from the store on your way home. A few words about the technical specifications of the device itself. LeclickEnglish has two buttons that can be responsible for ordering two different products, for example dog food and bottled water. There is also a variant in which one of the buttons corresponds to the order itself and the other initiates contact with the call center, for example to modify the type of dog food which was ordered. Leclick works using GSM technology, which eliminates the need for configuration by the customer. There are two LEDs on the device. When the button is pressed, the blue LED signals the connection, and the green LED indicates the confirmation of the actual order. The shelf life of the device is limited only by the device's battery life, which can last for up to 800 clicks or about 2 years. After that, we replace the customer's device with a new one, and after replacing the device's battery, it is returned to use by new customers. LeclickEnglish is not only a device, but also an integrator of various functional areas for every business, in which each implementation will be individual and address specific needs. So now, let's think about to which group of your customers we could launch a pilot project, and the how and the when. Please contact us to talk about LeclickEnglish.